Hello everybody, another video for you today. I want to introduce you to the last car in the fleet that you haven't seen. This is well, all the rest you've seen. You may not know everything about them, but this one's always been under a carport in all the video, or not under a carport, yeah, not car cover in all the videos so far. But I'll turn around. This is the Rocket. It's a 85 Camaro. You might go, it doesn't look like one. It has a 91 body kit on it, okay? But the title says it's 85. This is Dad's car. You could say it's not your typical third gen. There's a reason it's got a cow hoods. What a guy's trying to say. Let me clean off this. Alright, that's better. So, but what we're doing today is Dad's kicked around the idea of either fixing the small block it has in it, or beyond that toolbox and that tarp over there is a 5.3 that I'd originally bought to put in the 86 and then talked myself out of. And so now he's in the same dilemma of, does he want to fix the small block in it? Does he want to put a 5.3 in it and go LS? What's he want to do? It's locked up. Still got to unlock it. That'd be a good start. But what we're doing today, we're going to do a leak down test. Probably just on the passenger side. It's our suspicion. It blew the head gaskets last year. We replaced the head gaskets. Put a little actual thicker head gasket on it to try to kill some of the compression. It's a little wound up. And I think about 2 months later, it blew the head gaskets again. So, and then it's sat here ever since. Because when it did it the second time, it unfortunately was on the interstate, and Dad, drove it the rest of the mile it had to the exit before he pulled it off, and we trailered it home. So we're fixing to see how milkshaked it is, because we can't remember. But just kicked around the idea it's either A, going to stay in his car and he's going to fix it, or B, it's my problem. And we'll just set it on a stand and build it for, I don't know, maybe the 77 and blow the spring pockets out of it. It's an option. Maybe we'll put it in the 86. I don't know. I've got all the parts to rebuild the 305, but like I said, this is a very healthy small block. And I'll put a clip in of what it does. It does it very well. It's pretty violent. There's a reason why we call it the Rocket. And in all honesty, if we put a little taller gear in the back of it, we could go to O'Reilly's and tell stories about it hopping Coke cans in the parking lot. It does the thing. But so we're gonna do a leak down test and probably cry and figure out what exactly happened with it. But just a little backstory. It's 350, bored 60 over, Keith Black pistons, big roller cam, air gap intake, 750 carb, big exhaust, MSD. We figure it probably makes about 450-ish at the crank. It's real healthy small block. But let me see, get you in here, look at it. I believe, which, the coolant reservoir already tells you it's bad. I believe this is our issue, because this is the side that blew the head gasket last year. So our guess is it probably actually cracked a head when it did that, slightly, and then over time it just got a lot worse. Oh wow, he's just digging right into See if there's any milkshake on it. Actually, I mean, it's burnt, but it's not. Check it again. I don't know. Never know. Yeah, look milkshakey, but.
So being a no whammy thing, it's a no milkshake?
Yeah. Win number 6. Well, that's at least promising. Oil's actually not too bad.
And it's not extremely overfull with extra liquid.
Yeah. Reservoir is. Let's see.
Yeah, it's definitely pushed water into the reservoir.
That's actually really green. So, that's good too. Alright, well. Maybe it ain't gonna be so bad. I don't know. Or it's gonna be really bad. Time will tell, okay? That's what we're trying to say. But, anyway, we're gonna start, kind of getting some stuff out of the way so we can figure out how to get a leak detection or leak tester in there to the cylinders and see what she says. But we know last year after we put the head gaskets back together, it was making 170, 180 pounds per cylinder compression wise. So we're gonna do a leak down test this time and see if was it possibly a valve issue. But so I'm pretty certain it is it's probably got a cracked head. So anyway, that's what we're gonna hop into here.
That boot's definitely done the job.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
Yeah, it's a little crispy. There we go with the way that one feller's was with the pulling the valve cover.
Yeah.
Pulling the rocker arms, and valves are for sure closed.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I keep trying to make that stay cut. Anyway.
Oh, man. Junction on it. Okay. Move out the way. Be nice. There we go.
Plenty of water in the overflow, so we should definitely be able to tell if it starts making bubbles in the overflow. That's my basic understanding of how it works is if it starts blowing water in air into the how they put those hoses and stuff.
I was about to tell you to undo the battery, but it don't got a battery.
Yeah. No, I guess it's the battery currently lives in the Bluebird.
There's a new battery in the shop.
Well,
For something. Whichever one of these runs first again.
I'm sure it'll probably still be the Redbird.
He's wanting to pull the carb off.
We can if you think we should. I mean,
Well,
it's
yeah.
open. Well,
I'm pretty sure when I was half asleep and you were telling me, I know he said either pull the carb or pull the throttle wide open.
Yeah.
So, I wonder. Hold on, let me get some. the lead down test here. It's set to 90 pounds because that's what the guy on YouTube told us to do. So,
Right.
we'll see what it does, and I'll jot down the numbers in my phone of how many pounds it actually holds. It's set to 90, so he said don't ever set it to 100. So,
All right. Contact.
what a hold. 80.
It's like 75. I'm gonna say the gauge is probably about 80, 89.
So it holds about 75.
290. Oh, we've actually tickled on up to close to 80.
So about 78.
Yeah.
Cylinder 2, 78. Technically still ain't good since they said a difference of 10 is moderate. So, this might be the best cylinder on this side though.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey.
Cylinder 4, 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Talk about a winner.
Where does it have no air coming out there?
I don't hear nothing out the spark
I
plug.
didn't feel coming out. Did you feel any coming out the dipstick tube over there?
No.
I'll pull the crankcase vent and see if it's blowing it back out of that side. I didn't think about that one ago since we left that valve cover on.
No.
Over there.
Huh? So, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Guess you had a loose
Maybe I
thumb.
had a little loose thumb. Yeah,
So not good.
only come up to 50.
Okay. Skipping cylinder 6 because it was tough to get into. I'll circle back to it.
Oh. You can hear air running somewhere.
It's up the front.
Running at the front.
I hear it. Like right here.
I wonder if the gasket blew the fuel button.
If you put your head in there, you can hear it coming from the front of the motor. It sounds like it's coming like right there.
So hold your hand right here.
I thought I felt something
There's
there.
kind of still air coming back into there. On that thing. see the water moving in the reservoir some there. You know, it kind of looks like it's moving a little bit.
Yeah.
It's pretty well about the same number we got out of cylinder 4 there.
No. Cylinder 4 was 50.
So, oh yeah, cylinder 4 was 50.
Cylinder 8, yeah, pretty much 30.
Yeah.
We told you we circle back to 6. We just had to go get the compression tester hose. Gotta get their small block Chevy 3rd gen Camaro with headers problems. Alright, here we go.
Ooh.
25.
Oh, you can feel all kinds of air right in here. You put your hand right there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, definitely somewhere between 4, 6, and 8. Problem child again.
yeah, because
Pushing air past.
I would lean towards cylinder 6.
Yeah, this definitely
6 and 8 again.
lowest numbers again.
So cylinder 2, 78 pounds. Cylinder 4, 50 pounds. Cylinder 6, 20. Cylinder 8, 30. So, has this really taught us anything we didn't already know? No. Really just confirmed that, yep, there's an issue with the passenger side again. I don't know, could be a number of things. When it overheated the first time originally, maybe the head is warped, maybe the block is warped, maybe there's a crack in the head, maybe now that it has the right valve springs on it, it's just too violent for the vortex. I don't know, but I don't know. The good news is the motor's not milkshake, so that's the good news. I don't think any cylinders have been washed, nothing like that, so that's really, it'll be up to Dad now what he wants to do. If he wants to pull this and fix it, or if he wants to give it the 21 gun salute. Well, I guess we'll cover this back up and keep brainstorming on what to do. So, with everything we've discovered about the small block and the Camaro, lots of discussions. Does he want to build the 5.3 and put in it? Do we want to build the 5.3, take that small block out, rebuild it, put it in this? Final determination, at least for today, is he'd much rather keep the small block in the rocket. So I think what we're going to do there is just leave that where it's at, pull the motor, go through it, see what it needs. Hopefully it just needs a new set of heads, and put that on there and it should be good to go. But in the meantime, for this, I've got everything to rebuild the small block. Okay, so let's just pop the power barn here. Not much to look at, but can I do it with one hand? There it goes. But so this is the LB9 305. So high output SIS. Okay, so has flat top pistons, does make about 10 to 1 compression. And it will again. Say I've got another flat tappet to put in it. This time we're going to do a full rebuild. So we'll pull it all apart, new rings, everything's going to be new, and then we'll stick it back together. The issue I had was, I believe it went from probably 200,000 miles and wore out to some jerk put shim gaskets on it and a big cam. And anyway, I don't know if you can see it, and we'll try to zoom me in there, but probably can't see it. I probably did that for nothing. But cylinder 8, I believe, has not only ballooned on a lifter and dropped a lifter, but also is well, hell, it's got a bit of an oil leak out the exhaust port. Okay, so I believe it also smoked the rings too. But that being said, I've finally got all the parts to rebuild the motor. You know, this time it's going to get some ARP hardware and some other accoutrements. So I've got all those pieces. So it's finally time to do something with it. So probably the next few videos will be pulling the motor, inspecting the motor, maybe crying, rebuild the motor, possibly cry again, put the motor back in. Then we might cry again if it doesn't, you know, if it blows up again. So well, that's what we're gonna do for that. But you know, as you can see here, it's dirty because it's been in the tree garage now for 2 years. So anyway, I need to clean it up, get it ready so I can somehow take this car, go around the yard, back it into the carport. Yeah, and ignore the fire chicken over there on the ramps. Had some cooling fan issues. They're sorted out though, it's fine. But anyway, so we're gonna spruce this back up, or at least looks like, could it be something again? But just a little about it. Say it's 86. Does have a whole new front end on it. The motor was kind of hopped up. The 700 R4 has a servo upgrade and 2600 stall in it. I think it's 2400, but the interior, you know, a little nicer. Been gutted, okay. It's got the DNA motoring seats that are a little weirdly faded, and a guy needs to clean them really good. But got those. The set of lawn tubes over there are for this to go back on it. We're gonna go from shorties to lawn tubes because I hate myself. Currently still has half a tank of gas. That's probably no good. Yep. Okay. That's good. I forgot about that. We'll just put some octane booster in there. It'll be fine. And then let's see. It's got a Jeepus speedometer. That one doesn't work. Actually, this is the gauge cluster out of the blue Firebird Christine, because the original cluster to this car, I had the genius idea to put the white face gauge overlays on it, and well, I broke about every needle doing it. So I took the cluster out of it, and then I swapped it with the cluster from the Bluebird, and then I bought a new cluster for the 88 because, well, let's see, what was wrong with it? Oh, the odometer didn't work, and I wanted one with a working odometer. So now, you know, it's got a working odometer that says it has 170,000 miles on it. Is it true? I don't know. It's an odometer discrepancy for both of them. Okay, don't buy cars from me. I'll lie to you. That's probably not good to say, is it? Okay, moving on. It really wraps it up. It's got subframe connectors, bunch of BMR suspension parts on it, lowering springs in the rear, brand new gas tank. Let's see here, Hawks Motorsports harness bar, you seen that. What else does it have? Air shocks, front end's all new. Eventually it's gonna go on Coney yellows all the way around. That's a future upgrade for it. Yeah, alright, well, I'll quit yapping and we'll clean her off and make her a car again. So, let me move this out the way. Have to wash around the tow strap today because I'm gonna need it. So, alright, there it goes. Shut. Perfect. Alright, so first wash done. We're already moving better. It's almost red instead of black again. So now, like I said, I'm gonna get my concoction of Dark Fury and 4-to-1 and don't spray it on chrome. Spray that on the car, throw down some soap over the top, pressure wash it again, then I'll throw some soap down on the top, and wipe it down, and we'll dry it off and see what we got. But you know, I think it's gonna come back around for at least 80%. It's gonna at least look all right again. All right, let's get back to it. It's hot. I'm about to spray myself with the hose. Alright, so it's all cleaned off, and you might go, oh my god, the paint's ruined. You be right, but the paint was always ruined, okay? But when it runs and drives again, I'll teach you a little trick. We'll make it shiny, and it'll look pretty good about 30 foot away. So all in all, I mean, it's cleaned up. Now I just gotta, like I said, figure out how to make it, you know, go from here to over there, so can get the motor pulled and on a stand. But all in all, I mean, it's cleaned back up. All the dirt's off of it. I mean, does it look great? No. Does it look bad? No. It's in that very sweet spot in between, where it just looks like a cool project. But yeah, so I mean, this isn't really what you want your bucket of water to look like, where it's almost black. It was real dirty. But like I said, now that it's cleaned up, you can see the potential. Okay, there's something about a bird on a hood that makes you go, yep, I like it. But anyways, so well, probably the next couple videos are going to be making it run and drive again, and getting it back on the road. So and yeah, I think that's where we're at. So I'll wrap this up with a little bit of reading, and we'll see you guys in the next video. So here we are at the end of another video, and you can see I did figure out how to make it go from over there to there. I sketchily did it with the lawnmower. It's alright though. So as I said, next few videos will be making that a few pieces and then putting it back together as one piece. So that's what we got coming. As you can see, no Bible with me today, because the message I want to give is a simple one. And if you want to put a verse with it, let's talk about Mark chapter 16 and verse 15, where you know, Jesus comes back to all 11 disciples after his resurrection and tells them that, you know, they need to go out and preach the news to or preach the gospel to every living creature. And the key to that is go out and preach the gospel to every living creature, not just the ones you like. Okay, so you can't just tell the cat or the dog. You need to go out and tell everybody. You need to go out and tell the people you don't like. You go out and tell the people you love. Because much like me, I'm sure if I was to ask you, well, do you have people in your life that doesn't know Jesus? You go, yep, I sure do. Because we all do. And that's who we need to be telling the gospel to. There was a man we went to church with. One of his favorite things to talk about was how he would just walk around Walmart, wait for someone to talk to him, and then he'd tell them about Jesus. And that just sticks to me, because it's something that I need to do a better job of, is telling people about Jesus and being a better witness to people. And so that's what I want to talk about today, is because there's a lot of lost people in this world, there's a lot of darkness, a lot of evil in this world, and there's just a lot of people that are very lost, confused, searching for something to fill the voids in their lives. And the only thing that's ever going to fill that void is Jesus Christ. And you might say, well, I'm not a good public speaker. Neither am I. You guys can tell by watching the videos. But just simply telling someone, hey man, or woman, Jesus loves you. That's spreading the gospel. Because sometimes that's all somebody needs to hear. You might say, well, that's too hard for me. Let me demonstrate what you can do. You can, because I know you got one. You're probably watching this video on one. You got your cellular device here. It takes maybe 20 seconds to send someone a message. It just says, Jesus loves you and I'm praying for you. That's all it takes. If you tell them in person, it's even quicker. So just remember, I think that's the way girl math is explained to me, is it's quicker that way. So just go out, tell people about Jesus. And if you don't know Jesus, then let me tell you what Jesus done for me. And I was a kid that looked for anything and everything to try to make me feel whole. I'd have millions of hobbies, playing sports, working on the cars, school functions, stuff like that. You know, everything to keep me busy. And yet it always felt like something was missing. And, you know, that was Jesus. So once I really turned to Him, that's when I had a much brighter outlook on life, a much better perspective of things. I smiled more. I was a lot happier. And He can do the same for you. Because, you know, it doesn't matter what you've done, where you've been, what you might even be doing, you know, now. God loves you, and if you allow Him into your heart, He can change you. And He can, you know, give you a purpose. And I don't know, we need to be doing a better job of telling people about Jesus and what He can do and what He continues to do, because I mean, the God we serve today is the same God that created this world. He's the same God that rose Adam from the dust. He's the same God that put Noah in the ark, and same God that led, you know, David to defeat the Goliath. He's still doing all these miracles. Yet it's almost like we keep them on a shelf. You know, we put them up until we need them. And it's been on my heart lately that we just need to be doing a better job of not putting Jesus on a shelf, but always reflecting His love and reflecting His light to those that are lost in this world, and bringing them the lost to Jesus. Because, I mean, just like I said, Mark 16:15 there, that's exactly what He tells us to do, is to go out and preach the gospel to every living creature. And with that, I'm going to hush and let you ponder and think about it, but that's going to wrap up this one, and we'll see you next Friday.